Hey guys, welcome back to Game 2 of the top 32 of the Philadelphia Regional Championships. We have Erik Nance on our left and Gino Lombardi, who won Game 1 on our right. And we are underway. It looks like Erik did mulligan here, so Gino's going to get that extra card. And Erik will be going first since he did lose last game. So we'll see how that turns out for him. Last game kind of ended in a pretty abrupt fashion. Erik got one turn, and then a Terrakion EX just came in and was like, yeah, I'm just going to one-shot your Dino, and that'll be it. So hopefully Erik can muster up something a little stronger this game. He does have the advantage of going first, so we'll see how this works out for him. But Gino's deck is actually has been really strong this weekend. Over the course of this tournament, it's been it was X1 when we looked at it last, and here it is in the top 32, just being a absolute beast. We do have a lone Dino start again for Erik here. A nice thing about it is the Stunfisk that Gino runs can potentially turn one a dragon or a dark Dino, so with a plus power. So the odds are in Gino's favor for him pulling this matchup out. However, we will see how this works out, as the early game is definitely in Gino's favor, but as the game goes on, if Hydreigon can keep its board presence, the later it goes, the more in favor it is for Hydreigon. So Erik is just trying to pull for the late game, and hopefully we get to see him go there, because personally I love to see game 3s. The more Pokemon, the better. So let's see if we can get there. We do see a Dark Energy there, so he does have a Dark Patch, I think, or he considers having one. Not really sure if he has Dark Patch in his hand or not. Well, we do see another Dino come down. He has Ultra Ball. He's thinking about getting Sableye here. That or a Hydreigon, or rather a Darkrai. He does have a Hydreigon in his hand. I don't know what that last card is. I think it's a Kyurem. Not really sure, though. Kyurem wouldn't make sense, though, because of his energy. I'm not really sure what that last card is. I can't really tell from this angle. But we do see a normal Terrakion start from Gino. Let's see how he proceeds from here. So we do see a random receiver flipping over a lot of cards to get that supporter. Let's see. This is great for Erik. He gets to see a lot of Gino's deck, so he knows exactly what he's up against. And that was maybe 20 cards flipped over. Wow, huge information leak from Gino's random receiver. So there's not really going to be any surprises coming out of Gino's deck that Erik doesn't foresee. So it's really just going to be a straight up battle. Who's going to come out on top? Will it be the big bad Terrakion, or will it be the Hydreigon Darkrai? Basically, I'm going to go shaman you to death here. Let's see how that works out. And okay, so we have a fighting energy on the Terrakion, and that's good. Next turn he can definitely try and go retaliate for 60 on a Dino. Hope maybe he'll get away with just knocking out just one-shotting Dinos left and right and kind of run away with the game. I think Erik forgot to do 10 damage to the Terrakion, which, because I don't see any damage on it, which actually is a little huge, because now that Terrakion is going to be a little bit harder to knock out with Night Spears. If he had gotten that 10 damage in early, 10 plus 9, that's 100. And then next turn you can catcher it to the bench, hit it for 30, and you've gotten rid of the Terrakion and did 90 to something else. So, definitely a little misstep, but we'll see whether that 10 damage ends up mattering or not. It may not matter. I think the star of Gino's deck is the Roserade line. That card has been pretty huge. Ooh, and we see a rare... Oh, that's an N. That card that I was thinking it was a water Pokemon is actually just a full art N. Haha. So we do see a Hydreigon coming down for Erik. Turn 2, pretty strong. He has an Ultra Ball, so he's going to be able to get like out a Darkrai, and this is where the 10 damage would have come into play here, because he can get the Darkrai down. He can just put the energy on, get 6 new cards with either the, I believe that's a Bianca, or the N, depending on what he chooses. He might go. He's going for the Bianca because Gino doesn't have 6 cards in his hand, so he's just gonna be like, okay, your hand's pretty small. I'm not gonna give you a new one. And wow, that 10 damage could end up being like game breaking. Whew, who knew Headbutt was so strong? Would have been so strong in this case. So yeah, if he can pull out a turn 2 Night Spear, that would be absolutely devastating. Even though that 10 damage would have been like really huge, it may not end up mattering because he may just like run him through. That Night Spear is a definite for sure. He does have a Dark Patch right in his hand. He just has to play it down right now and play it down right now. Yeah, there we go. So he can Dark Patches onto the Darkrai, retreats, is gonna Night Spear, and wow, imagine if that Terrakion had 10 damage on it instead of 0. Oh man, that would have been like so bad for Gino. He would have been down potentially 2 prizes. Erik has to be kicking himself a little bit. Yeah, there it is. So okay, so what can Gino do from here? Well, he knows it's going to be difficult to knock out that Terrakion perfectly. So there's some things he can do here. Maybe he will play Switch. He does have an Ultra Ball, so he can definitely get the Roserade. Maybe he'll play Switch. Mewtwo hit the Darkrai for 80. That would be a good possibility. Kind of force the Max Potion. He could maybe try to build a Terrakion EX or and that would be pretty solid. Yeah, there's just there's a couple things he can do. So he does have the Switch, and he has an N to get himself a new hand. So he does have Energy Switch in his deck. What he can do maybe is Energy Switch the energy off the Terrakion onto Terrakion EX, attach, and attack for 100, force the Max Potion, and then pump up Smash next turn and start powering up your bench Terrakions. There's no fear of Crushing Hammer because this is a Hydreigon deck, so as long as he can get that pump up Smash, he'll be in great shape. It also forces Erik to get the Eviolite. There is one in the discard because I do believe he discarded it turn 1. But there is a second one. So he's going to be in great shape. Even if he doesn't hit the Energy Switch here, all he has to do is maybe get it next turn. Well, he gets it here. I would expect an Energy Switch. Maybe something else. But yeah, he's definitely getting the Energy Switch. So he's getting the Energy Switch. He's going to do 100 damage to that Darkrai. And yeah, Erik's going to be hard pressed to do something here. He's going to have to Max Potion for sure and attach the Eviolite. He has the Eviolite. Does he have the Max Potion? So if he does, he'll be in great shape against Gino here. If he doesn't, could be very iffy. However, there is another Roselia. Oh wow, he just draws the Max Potion like a boss. However, there is another Roselia on the field, so like he has to knock out. He has the choice of either doing 90 to the Terrakion EX, and that allows the Roselia to survive, And then all Gino has to do is go Roserade, Tool Scrapper, knock you out. You lose all your energy. Ha ha ha. So this is definitely a very tricky situation for Erik. He's going to be in a tough spot here. Hard to really know what's going to happen from here on out. He's definitely, that Hydreigon's probably going to survive the rest of the match. Nothing really in Gino's deck that takes it out. But, you know, with 2 Darkrai's on the field, those Terrakions have to be licking their lips right now. They just go, oh, Darkrai, what's your weakness to? Fighting? Oh, yeah. So, you know, Terrakion's going to be pretty happy with this situation. He's kind of crashing through pitchers, breaking the borders of cards, and he's breaking Darkrai's back, kind of like Bane and Batman. So, we do see a catcher, a couple rare candies. He can definitely get rid of those with the Ultra Ball. Maybe get out a second Hydreigon if he wants to, or a Sableye. He might want a Junk Hunt here. You know, it's hard to attack into this Terrakion. It's really like, oh man, what do I do? Do I Catcher the Roselia? Hope you don't have Tool Scrapper, and do 30 to like your bench, the normal Terrakion. Or do I hit your Terrakion EX for 90? Do I put 30 on on something else, probably the Terrakion still? Or do I Junk Hunt here? It's so tough. So tough. He's definitely gonna Ultra Ball here, I think. Oh no. So he goes for the 90-30 Night Spear on the Terrakions. However, if Gino has the Roserade, he can just get Tool Scrapper, start pump up smashing, and Erik is going to be at a huge disadvantage. He's going to be losing 3 energies. However, if he can get another Dark Patch, he'll be in decent shape. But this is going to be a big turn for Gino. So I do see an Ultra Ball, I believe, and he will be able to power up. He will be able to use Pump Up Smash if he so chooses. It all depends, like, he may not have, if he has a supporter, he may be forced to, like, Roserade for a supporter. And that would be, like, pretty huge. So he has a, okay, so he opts to build another Terrakion and just says, okay, this Terrakion's going to get knocked out. You're going to take 3 prizes next turn. And I'm okay with that. Interesting. He's kind of been forced into this very awkward spot because he has no supporter. He just has that Ultra Ball, and I think that was an Ultra Ball. He just has an Ultra Ball, I think, and 1 card to discard for it. The next turn, he's just going to be like, alright, I'm going to end you and hope it works out. That's a shame. Because, like, even if he got that Pump Off Smash off and took 2 prizes, he's discarding his energy drop. He's discarding. He would just have no energy on the field. So, he's taking the long way out. He's like, okay, I could not knock you out this turn with it. I just hope you don't get another Ultra Ball, or rather another Max Potion, and heal again. Because if you do, I will be in terrible shape. So he gets another Hydreigon out, and I have to, like, there's no way he doesn't Night Spear here. Maybe gets more energy on the field. Does he have another? So he looks like he's going to Juniper here, gets rid of the catcher and rare candy, and wow! And Erik is just running away with this game. You know, turn 2 Hydreigon into turn 2 Night Spear is very difficult to beat. Even turn 2 Night Spear was like super good last format. There's no reason why it wouldn't still be good this format. So Terrakion getting a little beat down here. I like how there's Tool Scrapper in Erik's hand. but Gino doesn't really play tools, so it's like a dead card. Very nice by Gino to kind of foresee that situation happening. We do see a max potion in Erik's hand, so that Darkrai is even getting healed. Very tough, and yet Gino just throws in the towel. He knows the game is over. I can't beat that. He just can't beat that. So that's game 2. We're tied 1-1 each, and we are going to a rubber match game 3.